Hello again, Kathy Eaton here with Creative Aging Network, and I'm going to tell you how I got to here on the 6-foot long crocheted beads. This is where it ended up, and by the time I had done the part I showed you in the last video, this was 6 feet long. So I folded it in half and sewed with crochet them together so that it was every other one. And today I'm going to finish it off with crocheting the back of the neck, because right now this is a bit tight for the person I have it intended for. This is what these look like now that we've gotten this far. Remember, we did 9 and then 3 down and 3 up, and then so that was 12, catch the bead, and then 3, and then go back and catch it. I folded it in half and caught them together. I did the double crochet I was talking about all the way across the top. You can see that there's a post, an opening, a post. That little part of the double crochet that goes straight up is what they call a post in crochet. For the rest of this crocheted necklace, I stopped by Reconsidered Goods, which is a wonderful resource we have in Greensboro. They accept donations and resell them at yard sale prices. For instance, I'm just now opening the yarn I got there today. It feels like velvet. It's very soft. $1. My sisters tell me that untangling knots was one of my specialties as a child, and I still like doing it. So a few things people have learned that I kind of instinctively knew is don't pull on a knot, tease it. If you do encounter a place that is kind of tight, you can use a small chopstick, crochet needle, something that doesn't actually pierce the yarn, ribbon, thread, whatever you're using, but to tease it apart, to help loosen it up. We found an end. Now what I do is I take the ball of yarn and wrap it around. Now, don't wrap it tightly. Yarn has a nice give if you don't stretch it out too much. So you'll have a better end product if when you're wrapping loosely. There's a front and a back. That's the back, that's the front. And I'm going to crochet enough to go around the back of the neck and hook into this. All I'm going to do is chain. So wrap it over. Remember to point this part of the hook into the teardrop part of the stitch, just like that. And then do it again and again. Chaining can be very therapeutic. As we get near the end of these tails that I had left, we'll need to add some more. So I'm going to show you a trick about adding. You can use this if you're going to change colors or if you need to add. So what we're going to do is hold the two pieces, the piece from the one that's going to be added and the one you already had. Wrap, okay, having them point toward the end of your finger. Wrap over twice, and then in between, just on top of the 2 threads. Hold that and tuck those 2 threads over this part. Hold it and pull. There we go. Now, any part that is still hanging off, little part that's sticking out there, just don't cut what you, it's very strong and almost invisible. So, and we keep going. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's called single crochet or chain. Pull through, yarn over, 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 pull through. And now I'm going to measure. So I'm going to make a big loop. Remember, if we pull, it'll all come undone. So I'm going to hold that, show you when I measure against my neck how this works. Yes, it's at the choker length right now for my large neck, but I want the recipient to have the choice of these beads right here are going to go into the loop I make down here. And so I want the recipient to have the option of choker or longer. So to do that, I need to see how big that loop needs to be. All right, so it looks like it needs to be, here's how we count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I'm going to chain 10. I already chained 3. So remember I said don't let it get tangled up with the beads? That was close. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so I was at 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Go back and pull through. And pull through. And now let's test that and see if it will work as a clasp. It will. So now we know chain 10 is our clasp, but I want to have more than one choice on clasps. So I'm going to go down 3 and chain 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I need to back up 10 and catch a loop. Or just count up 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And so there's my second loop. Finishing off crochet, lots of ways. What I'm going to do is pull through this and cut. And then pull out the yarn that I'm not using and pull that tight. And then we've got these danglies if we want them. If not, we can cut them off. This bead will be what closes the necklace, just like that. But if you want it tighter, you can move it to the other loop. I made this for a friend of mine who has really long hair, and so this hanging in the back is not a distraction. This is what the final product looks like. This is Kathy Eaton of Kathy Eaton Designs signing off. I appreciate your company.